This past Sunday, we talked about a man by the name of Jehonadab. And if you remember Jehonadab, he was a man who lived righteously before the Lord. As a matter of fact, he lived his life in such a way that 200 years later, the prophet Jeremiah brings him up out of the blue and tells the people of Israel, you should live your lives the way Jehonadab did, because his descendants are still following the ways of the Lord. And then we went into Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 9, which, by the way, I want to strongly encourage you to read that as soon as this video ends, which simply says, what you sow in your life is what you're going to reap. And we went through on Sunday some laws of sowing and reaping. Went through 3 of them, actually, that we wanted to hit on Sunday. And these are really, really important. And I want to strongly recommend that you bring these to your kids, your grandkids, and obviously to yourself as well. And let me just hit them very quickly. The first one is this. You always reap what you sow. If you sow tomato seeds, you get tomatoes. You don't get oranges, you don't get figs, you get tomatoes. If you sow righteousness in your life, you will reap the benefits and the blessings of righteousness. If you sow sin into your life, you're going to reap the pain of the sin that you have sown into your life. You always reap what you sow. Secondly, you always reap more than you sow. If you sow a tomato seed, you're not going to get one tomato. You're going to get a plant that produces many tomatoes. We need to understand that as well, because if you sow righteousness into your life, you will most often receive or reap many blessings that come to your life. Sometimes it's things you see, sometimes it's things you don't see, but you will reap many blessings that come to your life. If you sow sin into your life, you will reap many pains that come into your life because of that sin. You always reap what you sow. You always reap more than you sow. And lastly, you will always reap in a different season. I'm not saying you're not going to reap benefits or pains immediately, but I'm telling you, you will also reap them later on down the road in a different season. If you sow tomato seeds in the spring, you'll get tomato seeds somewhere in the mid to late summer. And the same thing goes in our spiritual lives. If we sow righteousness into our lives, so often later on down the road in a different season, when we need the Lord the most and we need blessings, the blessings of the righteousness that we've sown comes back to us. The same is also true of sowing sin into our life. Often the sins that we have sown into our life from the past catch up to us in a different season and become a pain for us. And so I want to ask you this question. What are you sowing into your life today? What are your kids sowing into their lives? And what are you pointing out to your kids or your grandkids that they are sowing, that they're going to reap one way or the other in the future? Hey, let me also just hit a few other things here. This Sunday, June 27th, we're going to take time to pray for graduates, maybe high school, college, or whatever. If you are one of those people or you know someone and you say, hey, I'd really love for the church to pray for them, do me a favor, respond to this email. Let us know that their name and the school and where they graduated from, and we would love to take time this Sunday to pray for them. Also, Saturday, July 3rd, we're going to be having a time of prayer from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here in our sanctuary. You know, I know it's 4th of July weekend and people are all over the place, but I want to ask you to come out and help us to pray. Matter of fact, you know, often I say, hey, I want to encourage you to be out and pray and so forth, and I do encourage, but the truth is we need your help in prayer. What we do is very spiritual, and we need people spiritually sound, praying and seeking God for us and helping us send the trajectory of our church forward in the month of July on our knees. My promise to you is I'll have you out of here before 9 a.m. Sometimes it's a minute before, 2 minutes before, but I'll have you out before 9 a.m. Not going to embarrass you, not going to have you get in circles and hold hands and pray like that. You'll be very much independent on your own, but we're going to come together and pray and ask the Lord to bless and to minister to and through our church. Lastly, if you have gone through Growth Track and you say, hey, I'd love to be a member of Calvary Hill, we would love for you to be a member of Calvary Hill. So I would encourage you to respond to this email and say, hey, I'd like to become a member of the church. Send me information of what it would take in order to do that. And we would love to be able to set you on the road to that. Other than that, God bless you. Hope you have a great rest of your day.